Hey everyone, this is our first set of medium for system of linear equations. Again, the best thing to do is to read the problem and try to answer it, and click pause and try to answer it on your own, and then look and see if you got it right. So basically, we have a system of linear equations. We have 2 adults and 3 children on excursion boat is $14, and each child's fare is 1/2 each of the adults' fare. So what's the total cost for 1 adult and 1 child? So we need to get the adult ticket and the child and add it up. So basically what you want to do is kind of set it up. We have 2 adults plus 3 children is $14. And each child is 1/2 of A. And I'm going to use substitution and get substitute this C into here and get my A. So I get 2A plus 3 times C, and my C now is 1/2 A equals 14. So this is 2A plus 3 over 2A equals 14. I don't like dealing with these fractions, so I'm just going to multiply everything through by 2, and you get 4A plus 6 and plus 3, plus 3, because the 2's will cancel here, 3A equals 28. All I did is distribute the 2 here. So you get 7A equals 28. So A is 4. And be careful, they want the total cost of 1 adult and 1 child. So if A is 4, and I'm going to plug the 4 into either one of these, I'll go ahead and do that one. C equals 1/2 of 4. So 1/2 of 4 is 2. So the child's would be 2. So if I want 1 adult and 1 child, that's adult plus child, I get 6. So the answer is C. So it's not really that bad. All right, the next one, what's the value of Y? So basically, usually what I'm going to do is, since we have them already set up for Y equals on both of these, we know that Y equals Y. So I'm going to set this first equation to the second equation. I get 1/5 x plus 4 equals 3/7 x minus 4. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and multiply everything through. You could subtract your 4's here, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and multiply everything through by 35. Why am I doing that? So I can cancel out my fractions here. So I'm going to distribute this with each term here. So that's the distribution. And you're going to get 7x plus 140 equals 15x minus 140. Now I'm going to go ahead and add 140 to both sides. So that cancels that out, and I'm going to subtract here, and I get 8x. So x, I'm subtracting the 7x. Okay, so basically x equals 35. Now, be careful here. They don't want what x is, they want what the value of y is. So you can plug it into either one of these equations. I'll go ahead and just plug it in the first one. You get y equals 1/5 times 35 plus 4. This is y is 7 plus 4. So y equals 11. Okay. All right. The next one. In what quadrant will the lines represented intersect? And basically, what I'm going to do is what? I'm going to rewrite these. They kind of moved them around here. It's negative 4x plus y equals negative 12. So I'm going to go ahead and solve for y on one of these. If I solve for y here, you could either use elimination or substitution. If I solve for y, I get y equals 4x minus 12, and I'm going to substitute this into this equation here. So you get 2x minus 3 times 4x minus 12 equals negative 3. So this is 2x minus 12x plus 36 equals negative 3. I hope you're following me. So then we get negative 10x, and I'm going to go ahead and move the move this over. So we're going to get negative 10x equals negative 3 minus 36 is negative 39. So x equals 39 over 10, which is close to 4. Now, once you figure that out, we can just, well, I'm doing it kind of the hard way. You could just graph it and make it easier, but I know x is positive. So I'm just going to find out what y is going to be, and I'll plug it into, think this equation. So you get, I should have graphed it, negative 12 equals negative 4 times x plus y. So y equals negative 12 plus negative 4 times this is 40 is going to be 160. Let's see, 160 minus 4 is 154 over 10. And what you'll notice is all you need to know is that this is bigger than this, so it's positive. So all you need to know is your x is positive and your y is positive. So this would be in quadrant 1. Honestly, with these fractions, it might have been better just to try to graph it and see what quadrant it is in. I did it the hard way. All right, next. They say if 10a equals 6b plus 7 and a minus 6b is negative 3, then what is the value of negative 1/3 a? So basically I want to solve for a. So basically let's write this out, and we're going to get 10a equals 6b plus 7. Now, with a little rearranging here, I get, we have a 6b here. Do you see this? So what I'm going to do is rearrange this. This was supposed to be equals 34, I think. So basically, we're going to rearrange the 6b. Now, I just want to make sure I had this written down. So I can figure out what 6b is by looking at this. I have a minus 6b equals 34. So I'm going to move the 6b over and the 34 over. So I'm going to get a minus 34 equals 6b. All right. Now that I know what 6b equals, I'm going to substitute that into my b. So I get 10a equals 6b, which is a minus 34 plus 7. Now I'm going to add my a's to subtract a. So I get 9a equals, what is this, negative 34 plus 7 is negative 27. So A is negative 3. So when you multiply, we know that A is negative 3. We want to know what negative 1/3 A is. And when you multiply that out, you get it equals 1. Okay. Now, the last question is a word problem. Okay, so we have a system of equations. We have a particular airline charges passengers for 2 kinds of travel, $25 to check a bag, and $15 to upgrade to priority boarding. So if the airline collected $3,065 in baggage prior to boarding fees from 145 travel services on 2 flights combined, which is the following system equations that could be used to determine the number of bags checked, which is your B, and the number of priority boarding upgrades, P. So basically, what we're going to do is just kind of look at it and talk about it. We want to always look carefully at the operations in each equations as well as the coefficients. We're given B for bags and P for priority. So the question states that there's 145 travel services that were charged for the 2 flights. So the first equation should be B plus P equals 145. That's just flat out states it in the word problem. So that eliminates A and D. So we can cross out A and D because these both have that. Now, the only difference is we have these 15 and 25s reversed here. So let's look at that. And it says that the check bags cost 25 and the priority boarding cost, so it's 25B, and the priority boarding costs are $15. So that's your system. All right. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.